So I want to talk about the whole Tua Tagovailoa situation in Miami. Well, of course, we know he was benched last Wednesday. He probably should have been benched a while back. And some people were saying because the Dolphins are out of playoff contention now, you don't really have anything else to play for. Why not? This move should have been done a long, long time ago. Tua Tagovailoa is not a starter in the NFL. He has shown it week in and week out that he's not capable of leading this Dolphins team. And he played pretty good, I guess, against the Steelers. He had that really one ugly interception. But you know the product, what you're getting from Tua. And the Dolphins are in a really tough situation because they have the whole cap situation with Tua. When can they cut him? When are they not going to cut him? If I'm looking at it here, Tua is owed $55 million for next season. So it really just depends. I think it's the whole June 1st situation. He signed the 4-year, $212 million contract, which he's guaranteed all that money. He's 3 years left on that deal. If Miami to release him outright, the Dolphins would take roughly a $99.2 million dead cap hit. Post June 1 release could reduce the immediate hit, but could still count $67 million. A trade could lower the money around $45 million. So now you have that situation there. Personally, I don't know what team in the NFL is going to want to trade for Tua. I know I saw a potential swap of Kyler Murray for Tua Tagovailoa. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm not even touching Tua. The concussions that he had, the lack of mobility that he has, the inconsistency, the inconsistent play that he's shown. And hey, maybe he needs a fresh start. But if it's me, I'm getting rid of him. I'm eating my crow. I paid him. It's over and done with. Just like the whole Russell Wilson stuff in Denver a couple years ago. Of course, Denver is still paying Russell Wilson. So if you're asking me, I think you cut him. You cut ties. You move on. You accept the L and you move on. But you know what Tua is. He can't play in cold weather. He has a very inconsistent deep ball. He's accurate at times. And then when the pocket breaks down, he has no clue what to do. I mean, it's sad to say because this was a quarterback at one point who was drafted 5th out of Alabama. You drafted him over Justin Herbert. That whole conversation there. Some people still think Tua is better than Herbert, which obviously clearly that's not the case. However, though, he needs a fresh start. Go be a backup somewhere else. Maybe get another start somewhere, but his time in Miami is done. And good for the Dolphins for finally owning up to their mistake. And Mike McDaniel last week said everything is on the table. So now they officially have moved on from Tua. And personally, I don't see them bringing him back next year, especially if you're benching him like this. Some people would say, well, of course, they benched him because they're out of playoff contention. They could have still played him because of all the money he's owed. Maybe they say it's not really worth it. But yep, Tua's time in Miami is officially over. And the last thing I'll say is, should they cut Tua Tagovailoa? Yes, the Dolphins should cut Tua Tagovailoa because, as I was saying earlier, I don't think there's going to be a trade suitor. I don't think there's going to be a partner who wants him. Maybe a team that is looking to add a quarterback like that, but maybe like the whole dumping of a salary type thing, or they do a trade for draft purposes. But personally, I don't see it. But Quinn Ewers did make his debut. On another note, Quinn Ewers made his debut for the Miami Dolphins this past Sunday against the Bengals, and I watched most of it. He played pretty good. I mean, he had the 2 interceptions if you look at the stat sheet, but he was 20 of 30, 260 with the 2 picks, but he made some good throws in the first half. And is he the answer long-term in Miami? Probably not, but it's still better than watching Tua. And I was talking to some friends, and I honestly wouldn't say be crazy to say that he's not better than Tua. I mean, just watching him as he plays. Oh, Joey, you're crazy for saying that. No, not really, because Tua's not very good. So good for Quinn Ewers. Of course, they got mollywopped by the Bengals, but it didn't start off that way. I mean, they were close all throughout, but the Dolphins will play the Bucs this week, and then they'll play my Patriots next Sunday. So, hey, maybe Quinn Ewers can do a little bit in these next 2 games. I'm sure Miami's going to draft a quarterback now. I think they really screwed themselves in the big drafting position. Maybe they try to trade up for a guy like Ty Simpson, or maybe Dante Moore does become available. That'd be a dream for Miami if he does declare. However, though, Ewers had moments of promise, but the learning curve in his NFL start was very obvious. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's expected. That's totally understandable. But like I said, he made some good throws. From what I watched, the play calling was kind of similar to what it was with Tua.